Good morning. Today I want to share Isaiah 43, verse 25, which says, I, even I, am the one who wipes out your transgressions for my own sake, and I will not remember your sins. I read this verse and I wrote it in my journal, and I immediately had this vision of a blackboard, and there was stuff written all over it. And so I went up and I picked up the eraser and I started to erase everything. And I noticed you could see, the smears. You could still tell something had been written there. And even though you couldn't read what was there because it was erased, I would still be able to tell you what had been there because I remembered what was there. And anybody else could look at that board and tell that something had been written there and it had been erased. Well, then God just gave me that vision again, and I saw all my mistakes and my sins written on that board. And he went up, picked up an eraser, and erased. And when he erased, that board was like new. It was a blackboard. There was no smears. You couldn't tell anything had ever been written on it because it was like new. And I knew he was letting me know, this is what I do. You may know in your head what your mistakes were, what your sins were, but I have erased it. I don't remember what you've done because I've washed you clean. And nobody else needs to be able to come up to you and remind you of your mistakes. You can say, God has forgiven me for that. He has forgotten about it. I am a new person, so I do not need to hold that stuff against me. So I just want to encourage you today for you to do that same thing. Don't let anyone try to hold that stuff over you. Don't let Satan get in your head and remind you of all your mistakes. You remind him that you are forgiven. You are a new person. And if God has forgiven and forgotten all that stuff, then you can forgive yourself and forget about it. God bless.